Hey guys, how's it going? Good morning. It is Thursday, the 19th of September. Man, it feels like every day since COVID, time has ticked faster and faster. Now, as I grew older, my parents always told me that time will speed up as you grow older, and I understood that. But I feel like time is accelerating beyond that pace. It's just slipping through my fingers. Anyways, we're at my house, and we're in Michigan, and we're about to spend a couple of days at an event many of you will appreciate. We're going to go to an event called CycleCon, which is a expo conference that's dedicated to cycling, in particular three-wheeled cycling. And so I'm going to give a speech, a couple of speeches there, a couple of talks. I'm going to hang out with the crew from AZIB. It starts Friday, so I'm going to go there tonight. It's Thursday, and afternoon we're going to leave. Eva and Annie are still sleeping, so they'll be down in a few minutes. They should be waking up in about 5 minutes. I always get up first. I walk the dog, feed the animals and the cat and the dog. Then I make a cup of coffee. Oh, you know I'm talking about you? Do you know I'm talking about you? So I try to keep a little bit quiet while I have my morning coffee, think about what I'm going to do today, and go. So we're taking the van and the trike attached to the van. We're probably going to do some rides. I'm going to take the drone, take some cameras. It should be fun. This camera here was the Sony that I've had trouble with in the past, but I found some settings for sound and settings for stabilization. I think I just heard Annie saying time to wake up, so they're gonna get up. Gotta pack the van for the trip. It should be just 3 days, just a weekend. This dog is so vicious. You're so vicious. Morning. Morning, cat. Happy birthday, belated birthday. Whenever I say cat or shall I, Rose gets very angry. That dog is so jealous. Any mention of the cat and she goes into frustration mode. Good morning. I'm doing the vlog again for my trip. So this is the start. You want to say anything? Everybody misses you.
Really?
Yeah.
You should go crazy. Jack? Come on, baby. Come on, my baby. Come on, my baby.
Why did we do this?
Because she loves to stay in the deck.
Loves it.
Even it's a small...
We would bring her out here in the little container. So we have a deck now. And so the cat loves to be out here. So instead of just keeping her in a little travel case, she has a house. Happy? How's it going? What are another thing we have set up here at the house? Trampoline. I don't want to put it on the grass because the grass is still a little soft. So we put it on the patio, which is a perfect fit for it, actually. Anyways, I'm going to be gone for a few days. Annie and Eva are going to have to survive without me. I drove Eva to school this morning, and I said, you guys have to get along. And Eva said that she's like, me and Mom get along better when you're gone.
That's true.
Packing the van out. A few of the things, well, there's one specific thing that I'm bringing on this trip that I haven't brought on the van before. A few things, but a major thing is I'm bringing a coffee maker. So I actually have a carafe of coffee that I can make every day that I stay in the van, which I'm really excited about. Another thing I'm bringing is my ukulele and flute. Why? I don't know. I always tell myself I'm going to play instruments on the road like some sort of traveling minstrel, and it never ends up working out that way, but that's okay. I'm also organizing a little bit differently than I did before, and every time I do this I try and think about the final product and how I might organize this van in its finality. Every time that I pack this van out, I get a little bit better and better. Oh, I don't know if I told you, but Eva went to China with Annie. I stayed here because of a whole bunch of reasons. But while she was there, there's a company there that is for kids, basically, and you can choose the size of a material, and then you have all the sorts of colors and a gun, and that gun can make embroidery. So she embroidered me a floor mat for the step of the van, and she put Jayoe there. It is cool, perfect. Did you see that? That was a bit of a mess. I hope you didn't see that. Man, I almost lost that trike. There was a bunch of people that are like, Matt, you really shouldn't hoist that trike up on the back of the van. Every time I do it, I learn something, but that one was a little difficult. Last time we took the seat off, and taking the seat off really helped out a lot. That white stuff. But this time I didn't take the seat off. It's a little bit harder.
Bye, Super.
Okay, so we have 3.5 hours drive to get to Xenia, Ohio, or Xenia. You know, it's funny because the name of the city in Ohio that we're going to is Xenia. And in Chinese, X is she, is regarded as kind of like an SH sound, she, and sh, and X. That I actually know somebody in China whose name is the same spelling as the city I'm going to, and I would call her Xenia. We're using the X in the Chinese phrasing, but I think it's Xenia. I think it's Xenia, like xylophone. The van sounds great. I actually made a few adjustments to some of the hinge points back there, shelves and whatnot. I was able to dampen a lot of that sound, and it sounds nice and quiet. And with the tint on the windows, this will be an interesting trip. Sometimes when you're riding along and you're doing a long trip and the heat is just like basically penetrating through all the windows that you have, it warms up pretty quick. But I can tell right now that it's not even close to where it used to be. For those of you that don't know, I coated all my windows with a double coating of ceramic. It's called Apex window tint, and it's supposed to basically block the irradiated heat from the sun penetrating through the windows. And yeah, I'm not feeling the heat even on my skin through the windows, which is very, very cool, literally and figuratively. That's the old train station in downtown Detroit. It used to sit derelict for the longest time, and I used to enjoy taking friends, especially like Annie and friends from China over there, and you take a look at the train station. It was spooky. I mean, all the windows were busted out. It had a fence around it. You could get right up close to it. It was very beautiful building. In fact, most of you have seen it in the Transformers movies. They constantly use it as a set for like action sequences with the robots fighting other robots. They've blown it up a couple of times, CGI wise. I think Ford bought it, or GM bought it, and they are converting it, or they have converted it into like a hotel and commercial space, and I don't know. I kind of liked it when it was haunting. Now it's another building with another, you know, it's a beautiful building, but it just doesn't have that mystique. I gotta go there. I haven't been inside it yet, but there's some coffee shops and stuff. It'd be fun to go there and see it on the inside. I've never seen the inside, other than seeing it through the movies. Whenever I go on these long trips, I always try to find the best gas prices, you know. And then I fill up when I see that. And I passed by a place that was $2.64. Currently, gas is around $3, $3.25. So I passed $2.64, and I'm like, the next few gas stations should be around there because they kind of grouped together. Then it went all the way up to like $3.50, and then it came down to $3.15. So I got off and I got it, and then I just passed by $3.05. Kicking myself. That's the sort of thing you do when you start traveling on the road like this a lot. You're doing like weird things. Eva is very interested in the ABC game, where you match the first letter of every word that you see outside of your own vehicle. You can't do it inside the vehicle, but outside. A, apple, B, Bauer, you know, just pick out different things like C, Challenger.com. I could have used C, but the gas game is like one I always try to win. And I didn't lose completely, but I certainly paid more than if I could have just waited a few more minutes down the road. What are you doing here?
I don't know. The same thing you're doing here, I expect, except I was here earlier. So.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Hi, Matt.
How's it
going?
going?
To see you. Good.
Yeah, good. Man, that is a pretty truck. I polished up the wheels last night, so the wheels are nice and fresh. So last year, the event was right over here. But I think this year, it's going to be over here. You look windswept. Like on a lovely beach.
Here we go, the model.
Welcome to CycleCon.
Oh,
how's it going?
good, how are you?
Good.
Well, they're like, 5 hours here.
What are you doing here?
Huh?
What are you doing here?
I don't know.
I like to see you, you know. But you said Friday evening.
No, I said Thursday evening.
No.
Priorities. I thought you said you were out.
Floritska. Never.
Azia.
Okay, and then
That's cool.
you can read this one.
The joy of riding.